Okay, you also already mentioned that I have been attacked recently. That's a very complex issue for me, and I am Colonel also is a victim of that attack. I'm experiencing a lot of health issues, and I get that a lot because I speak truth about Islam. I speak that Islam promotes terrorism. I speak what Islam does to women. I speak
You
about
think
what
that
Islam
attack
does
is
to
a
gender.
that attack was a terrorist attack or a planned attack from the Islamist groups?
Yes, I think that must be a planned attack against me because that's because I speak against them. I speak against the mainstream narrative. That's why they attack me because they can silence me with their words or with their ideologies. That's what I'm talking.
Is
That's
that
why
a result of fatwa by Ayatollah Khomeini, you think?
maybe or maybe not. I can tell that by show. And there is one thing that need to be noted that person that attacked me that also was a citizen, as a former citizen of Iran. So I can tell surely that it was a planned attack by Ayatollah Khomeini or fatwa by Ayatollah Khomeini, but it may be or may not be.
Go on with your problems with Islam.
So my problems with Islam is that Islam promotes terrorism. In not only some people say, oh, Islam does not promote terrorism. That's what Muslim does. No, that's not something that Muslims only do. No, that was Islam's inherited in the Islam's ideology itself. That's what in Quran says. That's what in prophetic tradition say. So Islam promotes terrorism, and Islam. Let's look at the gender ideologies of Islam.
The terrorist groups in the world from the Muslims, it is very little percent. The most of the Muslims and the Muslim scholars in the world criticize the 9/11 attack, criticize all of the terrorist activities. And Islam in Quran, it also promotes the ideology, the doctrine of peace. Then how you can generalize this a specific percent of the Muslim population to the whole population of Muslims throughout the world who are arguing for the peace?
Let's look at the current scenario, okay? In the Palestine-Israel movement, there are some Palestinians who I will say they are clearly innocent. They are being attacked by Israelis. But let's look at this. What Hamas does? Hamas is a complete terrorist organization. What they did in October 7 was a terrorist attack. And what does the mainstream Muslims do? They support Hamas. They support the terrorist attack of October 7 because they are saying they have been attacked before. That even if you are attacked before, you can attack someone like that. That is very that was serially
It was a usual response or resistance from the people who were occupied for the years from their lands.
We can you have to understand that if you are being attacked, you can only take the measures. You can only attack the militaries. They weren't attacking militaries in that time. As I know, they were attacking civilians and citizens of that country.
In the latest news briefing to journalists, you said that Hamas is like Taliban.
Yes, if we are allocating, if we are giving a Palestinian state, a free Palestinian state inside Israel or without any control of Israel over that or UN, that it will turn like the Afghanistan currently under the Taliban. It will be very backward in everything, in human education, in economy and everything. That's what will happen in Palestine if we are letting Hamas to take the control of Palestine or Gaza.
But I think it's a type of resistance.
No, it's you may understood like that, but I can show.
Okay. Let's the people evaluate our views and insights. Let's conclude further. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Salman Rushdie, and thank you all for joining us today and making this a wonderful event. Thank you, Egg.
Next, code letter B, topic Arundhati Roy.
Good morning, everyone. It's Ms. Anabidi. Welcome to the channel Everyday Life. Today, we are going to elevate a person in front of you who is the author of most important book in the history. Some of the most important books are enlisted in the Nobel Prize, and she is the Nobel Prize winner, Arundhati Roy. We are calling Arundhati Roy, and who is also the winner of Sydney Peace Prize. So in the contemporary controversies, there are a lot of controversies against him. That the controversy of persecution against the government, and there's a lot of things that he said against the government about the violence, sexual assaults, and hate speeches, something like that. So welcome to the stage, none other than the Arundhati Roy on the stage. Good morning. Have a seat, please.
Thank you.
So we know that a lot of controversies are going against you. That you have a lot of hate speech against the Indian government in terms of. So what do you think? That what is the difference that you are making in front of people? That this government should be, and you are what is the government is doing, and how government should be.
Government is mostly doing the abuse, and they are corrupting, and they are violating humans' right, and they are also violating the Indian democracy. As I mentioned in my book, laws, just like laws and love, there are two contradictions in corruption in India, love, and thus just like the things in my books also mentioned by me.
So there are a lot of things that you have published in front of people, and some of them are highly criticized, as they think that it is a kind of hate speech in front of people. You are trying to bully the government, Indian government. So there are a lot of consecutions. So what are the things that you have mentioned?
I am not bullying the government, but I am supporting the minorities, as the thing that has mentioned in my articles and in my speeches. All the minorities, we are supporting that, and also the things what we can do for the peoples, I am doing that.
In the support of Kashmir, somewhere you have said a lot of controversial topics. And can you mention actually what is your stance in that particular controversy?
From that controversy, actually I have said that in the military interference in the region of the Kashmir is not it is not procable. It means that the Kashmir militaries are going over there and having prosecute, or also doing the rape case and abduct and all the things.
So
with
what
the
is
people.
actually happening at that time? What was happening in the Kashmir right there?
As you know that in 10 years there is no election over there. First the thing is that, and moreover we can see over there a lack of incredibility and the lack of governmentship over there, and also the thing we mentioned in my book is and in my article is also that it is not legitimate by the governments.
So actually, who are the people who are executing these prosecutions against the who are against the government?
Answering this is something, but I have some.
Yes, there are a lot of haters that hate you somewhere, and maybe from the BJP party or some maybe from others. But still, there are something that must be corrected by the government. And what are your advices to the government that this kinds of thing should be corrected?
I have said in my interview, and I also published the article, and for that they have charged me on the files petition also. That
so what are your responses? Are you mentally capable for all these things that is happening is going upon you?
in contradiction that I am dealing with all the things, because it is my right to protect the peoples and the minorities also.
Yes, there are a lot of contributions by you, but recently we heard the news that UN is also supporting you. UN is also playing the government to release all the persecution against you. Is it right, or what are your expression to the UN?
UN knows that I am doing the good thing, and the government is persecuting and filing the petition on me on the cases and on the arguments on the Kashmir. That's why they are doing so.
And we support you on this topic, and also we wish more supports from the international international organizations and international nations. And we wish you all the best for your efforts and your endeavors to support the rightness. And inshallah, we'll meet in some other interviews. And thank you so much to join us in this ABD Live channel. And thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Next on the stage, call letter C, Topic Malala Yousafzai.
Hello, good morning everyone. Myself Yusuf Kamal from Adala TV. We are going to have a very solid interview with a honorable youngest Nobel laureate Malala Yousafzai. Let's welcome Malala Yousafzai. Please have a seat. So today we have the guest Nobel laureate in 2014 for peace, for fighting against Taliban from Pakistan, a Pakistani activist. She is here, so please make applause for her.
And first of all, thank you for having me here. It's a glad honor to be here.
Okay, so the first question I think I should ask that, do you think it is justified to be a Nobel Prize winner for you, whether you did not have actually worked for the people, for the education and for the students?
It's not like I hadn't work on the people's of education and all. If I hadn't worked on the people's education and women's
No,
rights
no,
and
no.
all,
I think
then
I want to
wouldn't have
ask
it.
you. I am asking you that you only concern over the international platforms and getting in the limelight. I mean, you're not actually working, as you have been framed an international Western, I can say it, a puppet. What do you say about it?
It's not like I am an international Western puppet, but it's that I follow liberalism and secularism of my own ideologies. That we should support Muslims right now. In Muslims, Muslim women have been very traumatized and have been very low on these social media platforms and like that. So their acts are not justified. Women are not equally justified.
Like you are actually promoting liberalism in a religion which actually deny this. I mean, you wanna make Muslim women liberals and feminists, right?
It's not like that religion has to be traditionalist or anything like that. Religion has to be modernist, means liberalism should be added in religions also, because as the ages change, as years decades
Okay,
change,
thank you. I have another question. That is, do you think that being an international figure, don't you have a right or obligation to focus on your national issues like Kashmir issues or Pakistan political issues? Why don't you focus on it? Why don't you say about it? Because people have followed you for so many times.
It's not like I have concerns. I don't have concerns about these issues like Kashmir issues and Pakistan political issues. But I don't want to be involved in politics like that. Kashmir and Pakistan. It is a major
You don't want to. You don't want to get inside the politics. But you talk about Taliban. You talk about the people who are actually ruling or supporting your rule.
That's because Taliban has been over the past decades, as we have seen, the Taliban has been pressuring the women's rights in Islam in Afghanistan. So there I have experienced what inhuman that women are facing there. So to justify their rights for their equality, I stand up for the rights of women in Afghanistan that Taliban has been
Okay, so
oppressing.
what will you say about the Muslim Palestinian women? From them you have sometimes said that October 7 was actually a militant act and it is justified to wage a war against Palestinians. What do you have to say?
It was slightly mistaken that what I have commented on the Palestinian Muslim issues that. So that was I have get some backlash also from social medias. So after that I have concerned my ideas and my
a sort of apology. A sort of apology it is, right?
No, it was not like an apology. That was a mistreated comment of my.
Okay.
It was a rumor spread across the world. But I did this.
So lastly, I would like to ask your opinion for the now condition of Muslims worldwide, especially women's and their education. That is their focus. You have reiterated this propaganda.
as we have seen this many in Central Asia, that women are oppressed by this modernization. They do not get equal rights. So I stand up for their rights and the justifications for the women's rights, because in this modern area we have men's and women's equally on the sides and on the both sides. So for their rights, for their regulation,
Thank you so much, Honorable Nobel Laureate Malala Yousafzai. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you all to be here. We will meet you next time with next people, next personality, with a very solid interview.